When Extinction launched in November 2018, it came with a lot of additional tech gear, including cryopods. But with Ark Survival Ascended on its way, there's a fair bit of speculation about what basic engrams will be in Ark Survival Ascended and what won't. Most of the endgame niceties probably won't. Things like the egg incubator, which came with Gen 2, I would be very surprised if this drops as a basic island engram. But cryopods, these are different. So cryopods came out with the launch of Extinction, and originally you had to have the expansion to get the engram, much like the egg incubator in Gen 2 at the moment. But since then, cryopods have been added as a base game engram and are available on every map. Before cryopods, official servers would hit a tame cap, meaning there were already a maximum amount of tame dinos on the server and no more could be introduced. Tames stopped and eggs poofed into nothing when they hatched. The server stayed like this until a tame died or was transferred off map. It was a limit put in place to manage server performance. Cryopods fixed this by putting most tames in pods, reducing lag and improving performance, ensuring server caps were no longer hit. With Ark Survival Ascended in UE5, that should add significant performance improvements to the game, just in general. But even if it does, cryopods are more than that. So as someone who works full time and needs sleep, cryopods mean I can pause baby maturation and imprinting and come back to it when I'm ready. Let's picture baby raising without them for a moment. And I've done this in the past, it's not fun. So you have control over when the egg hatches, but nothing else from there on, including how many babies come out of it. I'm hatching this Rex egg on official PvE and I'm going to breed myself a Rex boss army. The egg hatches at 7 PM in the evening and I start my hand feeding. This will need to continue for 9 hours and 15 minutes before the Rex reaches 10% and can be fed from a trough. That's 4:15 AM. Now before that, at 3 AM, it needs its first imprint, and then at 4:15 it hits juvenile. Okay, I'm still enthusiastic about this, so let's say I do it. Now for the next 3 days, 11 hours and 15 minutes, I need to keep a constant supply of food and imprint every 4 hours. That's 11 AM, 7 PM and 3 AM, and those times will actually change because of server lag. Now, if you're in a tribe and you can share the load, this is achievable. But if you're solo, removing cryopods can kill the game for you. My workday, including my commute, is much more than 8 hours, so I will never get 100% imprint. Raising 19 imprinted Rexes for boss fights or a single Giga becomes way too hard and would take a lifetime. Cryopods also allow you to re-roll imprinting requests. Now while this is handy, it does feel a bit cheaty. I'd be okay if this didn't happen anymore in Ark Survival Ascended. Also no cryo sickness on PvE, preferable because it's pointless on PvE, but if it's added back in, all it does is slows things down a bit. The other benefits though are also worth thinking about. So getting creatures inside caves, now I'm a little bit torn on this because I like the idea of having to tame tactically to plan for certain creatures in certain caves. But to be honest, the ice cave on the island, solo, on foot, on official PvE, where you can't build in the cave? No thanks. Cryopods are also very useful for getting dinos unstuck if they sink in the mesh. Maybe they'll fix that in Ark Survival Ascended. Let's see, shall we? And also dino leveling. So dinos level much faster in cryopods. Much like the boost that we get from sleeping in the tech bed, a similar thing occurs when dinos are in pods. So, in short, I think removing cryopods entirely is a step too far. I've heard there are noises coming from wildcard devs that they like the idea that the game is getting more back to basics at launch, and I agree, it's one of the most exciting parts, but I wouldn't take this as an indication that cryopods will be removed. At least I hope not anyway. I like my sleep, and I need my job to pay for my internet connection. So, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, maybe drop us a like and maybe drop a comment on how you feel about cryopods being in or out of the base game in Ark Survival Ascended. And if you subscribe, hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. I'm Llama, and I'm out of here.